Now, who says having minions doesn't come in handy or leggy?
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Robots in Disguise Combiner Force, GALVATRONUS. So here we are, and there they are. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, we have a very nice image there of GALVATRONUS and each of the individual members. Combiner Force! High five. On this side of the box, we have images of all the Decepticons that are going to kill you. On the other side, more Decepticons that are going to kill you. On the top, nothing. On the bottom, words and things and cross-sells. On the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots. And of course, if you have the app, you can scan the toy, unlock stuff in the game, and that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along here, we have Team GALVATRONUS. So let's run down everybody's names here. So we have Cyberwarp, we have Skyjack, we have Treadshock, we have Rightgear, and front and center we have Cyclonus. So there are the 5 members of Team GALVATRONUS. So we will take a look at each one individually here. So we will take a look first at Cyberwarp, and you can see Cyberwarp is a little VTOL shuttlecraft thing. Looks kind of cool though. The plastic is done with a nice sparkly finish, which I always love when they do that to the plastic. And just done in yellow and a couple of shades of blue there. Actually, pretty nice. Pretty nicely done. And as always, very, very simple transformation to transform Cyberwarp. You just untab this section here, bring this down. This section comes up on a double hinge and just tabs in right up there. These sections swing back. You untab the arms, bring them forward. This section right here just comes back, which will usually bring up the head with it. And there you have Cyberwarp in robot mode. And as always, with these, Crash Combiner figures, very simple, very basic. Getting close here, so you can see the face. You can see, nice red eyes, silver for the face. And again, very simple design, articulation-wise. The head can move down due to transformation. The shoulders are on a ball joint, can do a full 360, can go in and out. The legs can move forward, can move back very slightly. There is a knee joint there, but the legs are, of course, one solid piece, so that's pretty much it. You can have Cyberwarp, sitting. Have Cyberwarp sitting. It's a thing. It's a thing. So, there is Cyberwarp. And now we will take a look at Skyjack, who is, as you can see, the exact same mold, just with green details instead of yellow. And transformation, obviously, is exactly the same. Just bring the legs down, and bring this up. This piece always wants to fight me. There you go. Bring that back, bring the arms forward, bring that back, bring the head up. And there you have Skyjack. And Skyjack does have a different head sculpt, so that's one thing that is different between the two arm bots, is that they do have different head sculpts that the camera will focus. There we go. So they do have different head sculpts, and the only difference in the rest of the body is just the color there. You have the green versus the yellow. So there you have what will be the 2 arms there of GALVATRONUS, and now we will take a look at the leg bots here. So here we have Treadshock, done in a nice purple with some green accents, some big old wheels, can roll, as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling. And yeah. And as far as transformation goes, you just stand it up, bring the arms out, and voila, all done. And we're getting close here. You can see, it's a decent face sculpt. Again, you got red for the eyes, silver for the face, green going down the body, some silver there, and some blue there for the shins and the feet. And articulation-wise, the arms can just move in and out. That's pretty much it. So, there you have Treadshock. And here is Rightgear, which is obviously the exact same mold. The only difference is just red instead of green accents there. And transformation exactly the same. Stand it up, bring the arms out, and voila. And again, I do have different head sculpts here. Let's bring them both in. As you can see, they do have different heads and different colors on their torsos, the red and the green. And that's pretty much it for the Legbots. And last but certainly not least, we have Cyclonus. And Cyclonus is actually pretty decent. You can see Cyclonus is done in a very dark purple, like it's a darker purple than the Legbots, as you can see. It's a very just dark, deep purple. And some black there for the cockpit. But actually, not too shabby, honestly, not too shabby. The combined mode head is just kind of, it is some visible hair syndrome, but hey, it is what it is. But, although it's actually a fairly decent jet mode here for Cyclonus, and just for a quick comparison, here it is with the Combiner Wars Cyclonus. Just you can see how he scales there. You can see he's actually, he's a decent size, I think, anyway. So, there you have that. Now, also included with the set is the combined mode gun, which is very reminiscent of the G1 Cyclonus toy gun. So that's pretty nifty and clever. Not much to it. It's very flat there. Not a whole lot to it, but cool that they were trying to invoke the G1 toy gun. You can store this on the jet. There is a tab right there. They'll just go into the slot right there. And booyah, you can store the gun on the jet if you wish. It's a thing you can do if you want to do it. So, you got that going on. And now to transform Cyclonus, what you're going to do is you are going to, we'll start at the top and work our way down. So the wings, you just want to untab from the arms here. Just tab in right there. This section back here, you just want to split all of this. Tabs in quite a few places. You got tabs here, tabs back here. So undo all that and bring up the arms. Let me bring this up a little bit so I have some room to operate. There we go. And these sections right here, you just bring it down like that. You rotate the arms, wings and all. The arms will shift in on this hinge right here, like that. Rotate, and just shift the arm in, like so. And then you just want to take the waist, rotate it 180. This flap right here, you want to untab, just bring that up against the back. Split the legs, and the hips will shift upward, like that. And then you just rotate the legs there at the knees, so those spikes are facing forward. And these sections right here on double hinge, just bring them up, and they'll just go into those little slots right there. Boop. And just bring that up, and boop. And those wings, you can kind of angle those however you want. And there you have Cyclonus in robot mode. And Cyclonus is actually pretty cool, in my opinion anyway. I quite dig him. Now, the one fatal flaw with Cyclonus, though, is that he doesn't like the stand. He doesn't like, because he needed heel spurs. He doesn't have heel spurs. So the fact that he doesn't have heel spurs means that he doesn't stand because no heel spurs. How many times can I say heel spurs? I don't know. I could say more heel spurs. No, heel spurs. No, no heel spurs. That's the one major flaw of this figure is that he doesn't like to stand unless you can have him standing somewhere where he ends up kind of leaning forward, you know? Like that's really he don't like to stand. He don't like to stand. He really don't like to stand. I mean really don't like to stand. Yay, he's standing! Yay! As you can see, it takes quite a bit of work to get him standing, but there you go. We got him standing. Yay! There he is. I don't want to move him now, but I have to. Anyway. So, we have to take a look at his face. So anyway, there is the face sculpt, which actually looks pretty cool. You do have some red in the eyes up there. You can't really see it, but the eyes are painted red, silver in the face. And you have the sticker right there. If you have the app, you want to give it a scan, go ahead, free scan on me, you're welcome. And going down the body, he doesn't have hands just due to the way he transforms. He just has kind of stumps. He can punch you with his stumps. And going on the legs, and going up the body. You can see it says this little panel here is a backpack. I think the instructions actually tell you to leave this kind of hanging down, but no, I don't like that. Granted, if you leave this up, it does, hinder the waist articulation, but I just like to leave that up. It just looks a lot better to me that way. Now, articulation-wise, the arms can do a full 360. They can go in at 8. Nope. Can go in and out. You also have that hinge there if you want to use that. He does have an elbow joint, but it only moves inward, so technically you can have him. I keep pushing this button. I keep pushing this button by accident. You don't want to do that. Not yet, anyway. But you can have him, with his hands on his hips, That's pretty much the only pose you can really get with the arms. The legs can move outward. You have that, double hinge in there if you need it. And you can rotate. His lower legs can rotate. And the feet, you can't really do much with because they do kind of lock in place there, but, you can move them down a little bit. You can't really move them up, which would be quite beneficial since he has trouble standing. Maybe if I just undo these all together, maybe that'll help. Nope, that doesn't help at all. That doesn't help one bit. Or does it? Nope, that doesn't help either. Nope, that doesn't help either. It just doesn't help. Just doesn't do it. Doesn't help. Doesn't help one bit. No, well. I'm not going to fight with them too long to get them to stand. Please stand. Stand, please. Let me fight. Okay, there we go. Okay, okay, that kind of works. Okay, if you kind of bring his feet out a little bit, it helps to get him standing. There we go. Finally figured it out. So, there you have the whole, hey, come on! I just figured it out! Anyway. So, there you have the entire Team Galvatronus right there. And just for some quick comparisons here with Cyclonus here. Here it is with Bumblebee from the Ultra B Combiner, and here it is with Motormaster from the Menasor Combiner. Just so you can see how they scale there with one another. So, there you go. So, without further ado, let's get down to combination. So we'll start off with the arms. So we'll take a Cyber Warp here. What you want to do is just take the head, bring that down, take the arms, and just tab them back in right there. Like that. The toes, you just take these, bring these down, turn this upside down, and this is going to be like a little claw hand. And that's it. That is arm mode right there. So next up, Skyjack, do the same thing. Bring the head down. Tab in the hands back there, bring down the feet, turn that around, and there you have the other arm, right there. Now for the leg bots, you're just going to take the arms, put them back in, and we're going to take the legs here and swing these pieces around to the front, and then this whole lower section here is going to come up to form the foot. And there you have Tread Shock in his leg mode. Same thing for Rightgear. You just bring in the arms, take the legs, swing them around, bring the foot up like that. And there you have the limbs all done. So now for Cyclonus, you're just going to take the lower legs and rotate them around like that. So the feet are facing back. The arms you're going to bring them up on this double hinge here. You're going to flip out the combiner post, and this is just going to come in like that. So you want to make sure that doesn't get in the way, and that will just tab in right there, like so. Same thing on the other arm, just bring that up, flip out the combiner post, and tab that in like so. Let's get those wings straightened out. You do want to bring this down at this point because you're going to push this button and whoop, the combine mode head flips right up. And at this point now you can bring this panel up and these will tab in right up there to hold that in place. So there you have the torso for Galvatronus, and now we can combine, so we'll just take Tread Shock, and Tread Shock just clips in, like so. Make sure you push it all the way in, so it clicks in all the way, which I believe they are. There we got the leg bots, and the arm bots come up a little bit here. Just plug right on in the same manner. Just clip right on. And clip right on, clip, clip, there you go. And just get them straightened out here. And there you have Galvatronus. Now, out of the 3 combiners in this line, I will say this one's my favorite. I really dig this one. I really dig this one. I like Ultra B, I like Menasor, but this one I really like. I don't know what, I'm sure I like it more than I probably should, but I really dig this. I think that looks pretty cool. To me, anyway. To me. I only ever speak for myself. To me, I think this actually looks pretty cool. I do quite like it. So let's get in closer here so we can take a look, not at his belly, but at the head sculpt. So there is the Galvatronus head sculpt. And again, you got that red for the eyes, silver for the face. But I actually dig this. I really dig this. I think it looks quite cool. Again, just my personal opinion. Just me. I speak only for myself. Because who else am I going to speak for, if not for just me? But there you go. Now, articulation-wise, the head doesn't do anything. It just moves up and down, but that's spring-loaded, so that's really of no use. The arms can do a full 360 if you move the wings out of the way. That's pretty much it. You do have an elbow joint, kind of, but it only moves inward. So you got that going on. If you need it to, you can open and close the claws there. Although these shoulder bits like to come untabbed. You stay. And again, with the leg articulation. You stop it, Galvatronus. You stop it. The legs can come out, so you can do the full splits. You do have that rotational joint there, right at the knee. You do have ankle tilts. So, there you go. I mean, you know, just like with the other ones, not incredibly posable. Not even mildly posable, but you know, they have a couple things on them that can move. And of course, you can give Galvatronus the gun here. And just tab on either side, there's a slot right there. And you just plug that in. Plug it in. There you go. So you have him holding his gun like so. There you go. I think that looks cool. That's cool. That's just me, but yeah, I think it looks cool. So there you go. Now for comparison, here he is with Combiner Wars Cyclonus in his combined mode. Just because. Why not? Dare I say why not? Here he is with Ultra B. So you can see how they look together. There he is with Menasor. So, you got that going on. And yeah, there you have Galvatronus. I really dig this set. Like I said, of the 3 combiners in this line, this one's definitely my favorite. I really dig the look of him. Get your hips straightened out there, buddy. There you go. But yeah, I really dig the look of him. He just looks like a big brute of a combiner. I really dig that. But yeah, definitely my favorite one. And of course, you know, it's very simple, very basic. If that's your thing, it's your thing. If it's not, then it's not. Hey, it is what it is. And I know, comment section, you know, cheap, lazy, garbage, Happy Meal toys. I know. But you're not going to kill my enjoyment. I think this is really cool. I think it's really fun, you know. I can appreciate these for what they are. I can appreciate these for what they're intended to be. And I can appreciate them for what they're trying to be. And, you know, for me, they're very fun, they're very playable, and you know, like I said before about this line, you know, it just has a charm to it that, you know, just really makes me enjoy them. But hey, that's just me. As always, I speak only for myself. You like what you like, you don't like what you don't like. Me personally, I like this. I think it's cool. So there you go. So if you would like this or any other Robots in Disguise toys, you can always check out BigBadToyStory.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below so you can check that out. You can also check out my Robots in Disguise playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Transformers Robots in Disguise Combiner Force Galvatronus, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. It appears the whole is somewhat less than the sum of its parts, Autobots. Okay, so you cut off my arms. Do you really think that's going to stop me? And legs too, okay. You do realize they can just transform back into my minions and attack you? And you killed them all. You know what? You suck!